welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points, Orks versus Tau Empire. I'm not sure if we've played this one before on the channel ever, so it'll be fascinating to see these two sides collide here. So Commander Ghosttide will lead the forces of the Tau, and Gutripper will lead his lads, both sides, desperate for victory, fighting across this abandoned Imperial sector. Alright, so welcome to this 2,000 points game, Tau Empire versus Orks. Two armies that have been performing well on the channel, so fascinating it will be to see these two armies collide here. So I'm going to play a two-part episode here, part one here, and then the second part over on the Plus channel. Both sides, in relevance to the league here, Orks have performed well, got a good number of wins. They have lost some, so they'll be looking for some victories here to push them up in the table. And the Tau, just really starting their campaign. They played a few games, but still looking to get a good number of victories in order to have a chance of getting into the final at the end of the season. So both sides desperate here to get a win in either of these two episodes. So for the Tau here, it's the revamped list, chapter approved 2018. It's a lot of points generated from that. So with the spare points, I bought an extra ghost kill. He's been brought into the list. So it's Battleforge and a brigade detachment here. So 15 command points, -1 for an extra relic being taken in this force. So for HQ choices, I have a Tau commander here. It's Commander Ghosttide. Triple or quadruple fusion blaster for him. And then he has the Warlord trait Ghost who walks among us. It means he's a guaranteed 6-inch advance move made for him. And then for the relic, he has vectored manoeuvring thrusters. So after he shoots, he can then move 6 inches. Very useful for moving out, shooting, and then tucking back in again. So that's a commander or an HQ choice to watch out here for the Tau. Then I have an Imperial. In the list, just a standard Imperial, then a Cadre Fireblade as well, and he is carrying the second relic, which is the Pure Tide Engram Neurochip for him. So once per game, either him or a unit within 6 gets to reroll a dice, and then the other ability is whenever I use a stratagem or when the Orks use a stratagem, roll a dice, and if you get a 6, it generates a command point for the force. Then the fourth HQ is Long Strike, just here in his Hammerhead. 2 Seeker missiles for him, smart missile systems, and also the railgun mounted on top. Then for troops choices, you need 6 for a brigade. So I have got 6 here, 2 units of 10 breaches, no further upgrades, just units of 10. 2 units of those. Then strike teams here, all with pulse rifles, units of 10 again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then for fast attack, you need 3 of them for the brigade. So 1, 2, 3 units of 4 shield drones. Then for elites, there's actually 4 in the list now. There's 2 Firesight Marksmen, just to help with marker lights. And then 2 ghost kills now, 2 separate units. So the first one, double fusion blaster. I've paid the points for a shield generator for him, target lock as well, so he can move with heavy weapons, and there's no minus to the hit rolls. There's 2 drones in there as well, 2 stealth drones, and then the cyclic Iron Raker gun for him. And then the new ghost kill, double fusion blaster, again shield generator and target lock, and also the fusion collider and the 2 stealth drones for him. Then for heavy support, it's Hammerhead number 2, just over here. So Hammerhead number 2, configured exactly the same as Long Strike, so the railgun, Seeker missiles, 2 of them, and the smart missile systems as well. And then 2 units of broadsides. This unit here with double plasma rifles, 1 Seeker missile, and the heavy rail rifle for both of them. And then they have velocity trackers, which is +1 to hit against units that can fly, which is not going to help in this game against the Orks. And then these here with the smart missile systems, and then Seeker missile as well, and then the high yield missile pods, 2 of those for each of those. And then the upgrade for them is the advanced targeting system, which is a further -1 for the AP, just to give their weapons a bit more punch. So that's the list here for the Tau. So the strengths that we've seen from last season and the recent games as well is these pesky drones. The Orks will need to try and deal with those, and the ability for the whole army almost to try and protect itself when units charge is that supporting fire rule. This is Tau cast that I'm playing here, so Overwatch is on a 5+ for these units. It'll be interesting to see if the Orks can break the Tau here. It will cause an upset. I would say the Tau would be the favourites here to win, but the Orks love being the underdog and causing trouble for whoever they fight against. So we'll take a look now and see what the Orks have in their list. Alright, so Orks here. Aaron Allen's going to take command. He's used the Orks plenty of times before and has led them to victory. And also with the League, Aaron runs the Death Guard. They are performing very, very well at the moment. So the Tau are trying to play catch up. So we put Aaron in command of the Orks. It's a massive incentive for Aaron to try and win with the Orks here and stop the Tau from rising to the top. So he'll play his absolute best here in this game, and both of the games to try and stop the Tau's advance. And so I reckon that's a good way of organising the players here for this game. I think he enjoys using the Orks as well. So this is a Battleforged army here. It's a Vanguard detachment, a Battalion detachment, and a Spearhead, so 10 command points, -1 for an extra relic. So 9 command points here for Aaron in this list. So the Battalion, 2 HQs then. Gut Ripper in charge here. He is the Warlord. He's got an attack squig, the custom shooter with rocket launcher as well, and the Killer Claw relic, the nastier relic that he's able to use. Then he has the Warlord trait, brutal but cunning. He is rerolling hit rolls and +1 to damage as well for his Killer Claws. It stacks up quite nicely. Gut Ripper is a killer in close combat. Then second HQ, Zog here, second in command. So the Lucky Stick relic given to him, Power Claw, and he's riding on the bike. That's taken from the index for him. That's the War Boss riding the bike just there. The clan is Goths, by the way, so any 6s in close combat from any of these units, except the Grots over there, will be extra, or 1 extra attack. So roll a 6, you get an extra attack. Then for troops to fulfill the battalion, 1, 2, 3 units of 10 Ork boys. Put them inside trucks here with big shooters. So each of these squads has a tank buster bomb, and the Nob is armed with a big chopper. So that fulfills the battalion. Then there is a Vanguard detachment here made up of elites. So the HQ for that here is a big mech with custom force field and a big chopper. He's riding on a bike, just one of the customised models I've made up for that. So then for the elites, I've actually got 4 of them here in the list. It's got Stitcher here with his Grot Orderly and a Power Claw. That's a Pain Boy. Then 2 units of Tank Busters, 2 units of 8, with 2 squigs in each as well, all armed with rocket launchers, and I put them inside trucks. I'm going to use these old Lutia wagons as trucks here, and each of those carrying a big shooter. And then finally, the 4th elite's choice here is Mega Nobs with Power Claws and custom shooters. There's Killsaw Kyle in there with his 2 Killsaws as well. Then there is a Spearhead detachment, so that's made up of heavy supports here. The HQ is taken from the index as well. He's taken from the index also, and then this guy here as well. It's Napoleon Git Smasher with a custom force field. It's a big mech here, and a big chopper for him. So then the 3 heavy supports then for the Spearhead detachment. It's a Bonebreaker battle wagon with Death Roller on the front, big shooters, Grot Riggers as well, and a Kill Cannon weapon as well for shooting. Then 2 units of 3 mech guns with custom mega cannons for each of those, and their Grot crew also. So that's the list here for the Orks. So it's large enough in number, mechanised as well. I think they'll need to go after the Tau here in this game, but Orks have firepower of their own. The Tank Busters can dish out a lot of damage, and so too can the mech guns as well. But we'll go on to scenario and deployment here in this game. Just to mention, Aaron Allen's taking command here, runs Rubicon Painting Services. You can check out the website. I'll put a link in the video description below. You can get in contact with him for your own painting commission work. Alright, so we have a mission here. It's been purely randomised from the 3 options of the 40k rulebook and then chapter approved 2017 and 18. Went to chapter approved 2018. Mission number 1 for Maelstrom of War. It's Disruptive Signals is the name of the game here in this fight. So there's 6 objectives on the board. Frontline assault is the deployment zone. So we've marked out the deployment zone here. This is for the Orks here, so 9 inches away from the centre of the table, marked by that yellow dice. 9 inches back starts here for the Orks, and this is their deployment here. So it's a shallow wedge facing in this direction. The Tau chose their deployment zone, and so they've gone across the other side of the board. Objectives on the table, 6 of them here. So an objective just here, we'll number them in just a moment. Objective almost in the centre of the table. Then one just on the Ork right-hand flank as well, in no man's land. And then there's 3 more around the other side. So an objective just in this crater right in the heart of the Tau deployment zone. One just on the left, just on the edge of their deployment zone on the Tau left-hand flank. And then one more, it's on the right-hand side, just here behind these containers on the Tau right-hand flank. So the Tau have chosen this end, but really they're just controlling this one, and then one other that's just on the edge of their deployment zone. But a good spread of tactical objectives around the table. So it's generating up to 4 tactical objectives each turn. So if you have fewer than 4, you keep generating cards until you have that amount in play. There is a stratagem that can be used. I think it's well worth using as well. Stratagem, signal interrupt. It's 1 command point. Use the stratagem after your opponent generates tactical objectives. Select one of their active tactical objectives. It can't be achieved this turn. So very, very useful stratagem that's unique to this scenario. Then Slay the Warlord, First Strike, and Line Breaker, all available as well in this game. So it's going to be the Orks that deploy their entire army first, and then the Tau. Then the Orks can choose to go first or second, and then if they choose to go first, the Tau can try and seize initiative on a 6. So we'll go on to deployment now for both of these forces. Right, just to mention the battle mat that we're using here in this game, it's by gamemat.eu, so that you can check them out. 6x4 mats, lots of them available from their website now. And then we're also using a lot of the terrain here is from their industrial terrain set as well. I've been painting it up. You can check out the painting tutorial, just how to upgrade your own set. But that set of terrain comes from gamemat.eu as well. These buildings here are also part of that industrial terrain set as well. Just roll the mat out nice and flat, put the terrain on top, and then just some scatter, lichen, just to blend it all in. But you can check out gamemat.eu for all your supplies of 40k mats and terrain sets as well. Alright, so deployment's done. The Orks have finished deploying first, and you'll see the Tau reaction here. Armies deploy in their entirety here for chapter approved 2018 missions. So Orks then, the main mechanised line in the centre of the table. There is the custom force field here on the Big Mech on the bike, protecting a number of these vehicles here. Zog anchoring on the right hand side, then so the infantry squads or the boys squads all inside their trucks, the tank busters inside their trucks here, and then the Mega Knobs, Gut Ripper and Gut Stitcher, the Pain Boy, all inside the Bone Breaker. Then on the left hand flank, anchoring objective here, objective number 6, it's all of the guns clustered together. Napoleon's in the middle of them, so they're all protected by a 5+ invuln save, and he has the ability to repair damage as well. So a big firepower presence here for the Orks on this left-hand flank, and their job's just to sit on objective number 6, try and pick up some points for holding that during the game. So that's Ork deployment here. Here's the hinge, here's the big door, looking to swing around and attack the Tau. I'll go over to the other side of the board now and you'll see the Tau deployment. So in reaction to the Ork deployment, expecting the Orks potentially to hurtle through the centre of the table, and then the guns anchoring on the Tau right-hand flank. The Tau have backed off here, holding back with a gun line. So 1, 2, 3 units, 4 units of strike teams out the front. In amongst the middle here is the Imperial, one of the marksmen, and also the Cadre Fireblade. Then behind that screen is the 2 units of XV88s, and then behind them is an open ground here, so not as protected. Usually like to hide these behind line of sight blocking terrain, but we have deployed the 1, 2, 3 units of shield drones. On the left hand side is Commander Ghost Tie, just surveying the battlefield here, calculating the best strategy for this fight. Out the front is 2 units of breachers ready to move out, and on the extreme left for the Tau, 1 Firesight marksman, the 2 hammerheads, long strikes just here, and then the 2 ghost kills, deploying, infiltrating in and deploying here, ready to try and move round on the Tau left-hand flank. We have numbered the objectives now. So objective number 6, the Orks hold, just on the right-hand side. Objective number 4, here in no man's land. Looks like no one's going to go after that one potentially at the moment. Objective number 2, right in the centre of the table. Objective number 5, the Tau hold that in amongst their gun line. The Tau hold objective number 1 as well. And then objective number 3 in no man's land here, just close to the Ork deployment zone. That is deployment finished here for both armies. The Orks will choose to go first. Okay. I think it will be fine for us to try and seize initiative, to let off an early volley on a 6. We do not. The Orks are happy. They'll get to move here, potentially shoot before the Tau get to react. So that's good for the Orks here. They get the first turn as we prepare here in this 2-part epic fight between these 2 sides. Very exciting. It's great to see Tau versus Orks, one of the classic matchups in 40k, and we're about to get underway here with this fight. Tau will have to wait. The Orks will make the first move here. Ork turn 1 coming up next. Alright, so we're on turn 1 here. Orks ready to move. Aaron ready to move out here. He's drawn a good deck of cards to start off with. So looking good here for the Orks here at this stage. Just to mention the Patreons for the channel. So Marcus Anthony, Paul Cook and Adam Bateman as well. Thanks to them for their support at gold level. And you can check out in the end credits those supporting at silver level, and thanks to those supporting at bronze as well. I've set up a Patreon page for our local wargaming club, SSWG. A lot of the terrain and boards that we see in our games, especially for the apocalypse battles, comes from their terrain and the use of their club. And so I've set up a Patreon page just to support them. And as a bonus for those that support, you can get your name shouted out in a battle report, or your name can go into the end credits at silver level as well. So you can check out the page. It's Patreon, Striking Scorpion 82, and all the proceeds go towards SSWG Wargames Club. So a good draw here. Supremacy, that's controlling objectives. Any 3 objectives. Great one to go at the early stage of the game. Advance with 3 or more Ork units. More speed, go faster. That's definitely doable here. No prisoners, that's destroying units also. And defend objective number 3, which is that objective just there. So big incentive for the Orks to shift in this direction here towards the tower anyway. And a big incentive for them to move and kill as much stuff as possible. So that deck of cards drawn will suit the Orks very well indeed. So we'll let Aaron make his moves here, but the Orks have a big incentive now to push ahead as quick as possible and to kill as many Tau models and units as they can. So I think Aaron will have the majority of the viewers here on his side as well. A lot of hatred for the Tau, which we'll have to ignore. This young upstart race has plans to reach the top of the channel again this season, try and retain their crown. They'll need to brush aside the Orks in both of these episodes here if they're to stand a good chance of winning the league, because Aaron's Death Guard have won every game so far. There's a number of other factions as well that could be strong enough to win all of their games also. It's going to be a tough season here for any of the armies that want to try and take the crown. So it really is anyone's game here in Season 7. But we'll let the Orks make their move here. We'll see how much progress they can make across the table. Alright, so movement's complete here for the Orks. The 2 units of the 2 trucks here have advanced, moving up the table nice and quick. You can see Gut Ripper's taken the direct route here towards the towards the tower, headed straight towards them. It looks like madness, but that's the way Gut Ripper is. And then across here, Big Mac on the bike just in tow, so that'll grant the 5+ invuln save. Then across here, Aaron hasn't advanced the 2 units of tank busters. They've moved through, just a regular 12-inch move from them. This truck has advanced, so too has Zog as well, swinging round on this flank. The guns have advanced as well, find themselves, that's deliberate from the tower, deploying out of range. So Aaron's moved and advanced the models as well, happily on top of the objective, and should find themselves in a decent range next turn, all being well. So that's movement done. We'll go on to shooting phase for the Orks. They do have plenty of firepower actually. Tank busters getting ready to let loose with their firepower, and some big shooter shots across the board as well. The guns out of action this turn, just manoeuvring across the table for now. So we'll go on to shooting phase now for the Orks here on turn 1. Alright, so Ork firepower here. Ballistic skill 5+. It's still going to be 6s though, guaranteed hits. That may well come in useful here for the Orks in this fight. Zog's going to fire. He's advanced, but he can still shoot, and he's going to go into these gun drones, or the stealth drones just here. So 6s, and none, that's it. Alright, so some bullets fly through the vegetation here, but missing the stealth drones at this stage.
Okay, big shooter from the truck into the CM.
Yep. It's first strike available here. So one hit, and then it'll be an extra shot as well. No.
Sorry, that was to wound.
That's to wound, fine. Okay, yeah, it's gone through.
Shot. No.
Okay. Alright, so we'll go for... We have paid the points for prepared positions here. 2 command points being used up for that. So 3 up save, which doesn't help. Stealth drone gone. Front or back unit you're going to...
I'll go for the front unit.
Front one, okay, so that's that one gone. Just needs to kill one more and he'll get first strike here. Okay. So it's the yellow wagon we're going to shoot here. No, okay. And then... The last one, yeah.
No.
Okay. Right. So, yeah, there's some 5s there, but it's -1 to hit these drones, and that's helped keep the last one of those alive. There's tank busters available, and both of those units to shoot. And there's other big shooter firepower available as well. Alright, so Aaron's going to fire with the tank busters here. This is from the yellow truck. Going to go after the long strike. That's the natural target. 8 shots here, needing... It's 5s, isn't it, for hits here? Yeah.
And 2 extras.
Yeah, so looking to re-roll all of these against the vehicle.
That's right.
The Ork firepower is not to be underestimated here, but he has got himself 2 extra shots anyway, which will be re-rollable as well. In 5s. Okay.
Re-roll that.
And re-roll. No. Okay, 4 hits come through. Alright, so it'll be 3s to wound. Strength 8, toughness 7. All of them good here. So -2. So 5 up save, then becomes a 4 up save just for being in cover. So 4 ups. It's not bad here from long strike. So straight 3 damage will be taken on him. So he drops down to 9 wounds remaining, but still in healthy condition. Okay, the second one's going to fire here. It's going to go against long strike again. But the squigs are in range of these. So you can see the little models here swinging around the breaches, and they're going to try and push their way through the crowd here to try and reach those. But anyway, he's going to shoot 8 shots into long strike first of all.
Oh, not too good.
Not so good here, but thankfully it's re-rollable yet. Still struggling.
So So extra one just because of the six.
Usually Orc firepower is a lot better. No, the rocket's flying past. Long strike here. And doesn't wound. Okay. See what the squigs can do here. Two little squigs bouncing their way through here towards the tower gun line. Hop, skip and a jump. It's 2s to hit. No, you've got yourself 2 hits. 3s to wound.
Both ways.
Yes, 2 wounds come through. So I'll try and take this damage on the drones here. So 2+. Yep, they both come through. It's just a mortal wound is caused against these drones, and then a 5+ because they're shield drones to try and keep them alive. We should keep one of them alive. So the squigs jump up here to try and take one of these out, but drones move in their way and block the damage from coming through. Alright, so shooting from the battle wagon here, it's all going to go, including the kill cannon, it's going to go into this unit of drones. First blood still to be picked up here. So this is big shooter firepower coming through. Oh, it's advanced, isn't it? It's 6s.
6s.
Yeah, just the one. An extra shot though.
No.
Okay. And then a 3 to wound at strength 5.
Yep.
It's a 1. Just plain whole facing on the dice here. Okay. The kill cannon's D6 shots.
6.
It's going to be 6s.
4, 5, 6. Nothing.
Okay. And then it's going to be big shooters from across here as well. There's 2 trucks available with their firepower. Big shooters, a decent weapon, range 36. I think they can all see through to the drones if you can.
Yeah. First truck into that 3-man unit. Nothing.
Okay.
Second truck. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. So some random firepower coming through here from the Orks, but the Tau mostly emerge here unscathed. Just a drone and a shield drone lost so far from their battle line. Alright, so firepower is complete here for the Orks. Going on to charges, Aaron is going to go for a charge here against the Ghost Kill with Zog. It's a 9 required. We'll let Aaron roll up, see if he makes it, and then we'll resolve Overwatch, which could be nasty enough, but just a chance for a hero here for the Orks. He's rolled an 11. Good for you, Aaron, good for you. Alright, so Zog's going to charge in if he survives the Overwatch. Alright, so maybe capture this on camera. Zog here, always contending to be the leader of the Ork army. So 2 fusion blasters, E25s. They've missed. Fusion collider, 3 shots, E25s. 1 hit's coming through. Be 3s for a wound. It does wound. AP -4, it's going to go straight through Zog's armour. It's just over 9 inches away, so we're not going to get 2d6, just going to be a straight d6 damage, which is a 3. We'll keep that just in case it's worse. So 3 damage comes through here against Zog, and that's that Ghost Kill finish. There is supporting fire available though from this Ghost Kill, who could save his comrade in arms here. We'll see. Double fusion blaster shot. That's the hit that we're looking for. 3s to wound. The wound comes through. D6 damage. It's a 2. I'm gonna have to command reroll this one. So command reroll to try and score better. This could be the death of Zog. Dice of 6 is gone. He's been picked off here by a fusion blaster. It was a noble attempt. The charge would have been successful, but Zog has been destroyed here from Overwatch, supporting fire coming in from the other Ghost Kill. Nasty stuff here from the tower. That'll mark the end of the turn here for the Orks. They've made progress across the table. Aaron can trade in some cards. He will pick up some victory points this turn. The Orks, we've seen manoeuvring their guns to try and get into position as well. But potentially a scary moment now. The tower gun line readies itself to let loose of its first volley against the advancing Orks. Alright, so cards traded in, no prisoners. Aaron's going to hold on to that one. Defend Objective 3 started that process just over here. And then Supremacy was picked up, 3 objectives being held. And Aaron rolled 5, so that's 3 victory points picked up for that. And then more speed, go faster, multiple units advancing. Aaron's picked up 1 victory point for that as well. So 4 points picked up here for the Orks. It's a good start from them. Those points can't be taken away, so whatever happens, the Orks will retain those points here in the final score. We'll go on to turn 1 now for the tower, and they prepare to let loose their first volley here against the Orks. Okay, so on turn 1 here for the Tau, just cover the cards that have been drawn. Behind enemy lines, got to work my way around into the enemy deployment zone. Defend objective number 1, which is this objective just here, so that's quite doable for the Tau. The lure as well, the narrative fitting perfectly what's taken place. Secure on victory point at least one enemy unit that made a successful charge, and your opponent's last turn was destroy. That's what happened to Zog. So it was a cunning plan all along from the Tau, just to lure Zog into the charge there, and so a point picked up for that. And advance, we've got to get the whole army out of our deployment zone, which I think will be a card that we discard at the end of the turn. So we are aware of the stratagem disruptive signals, but it sort of just delays a card for a turn. It's maybe more useful to be used towards the end of the game, where a turn or the battle could finish and you can try and disrupt a card at that point, but neither of us using that card here at this stage. So movement's complete here for the Tau. The lines remain stationary. The Imperial has invoked the elements here. I'm going to give reroll 1s to all the firepower for these units within 6, which is virtually all of these units in this gun line. The commander's jumped out. Haven't played Koryan with him, Master of War, yet. Needs to be in a better position. He's instead headed off in this direction, with the breaches moving out 6 inches in front, just to let loose with some firepower against the trucks. Then moving across to the left hand side is the 2 ghost kill units swinging around to envelop the orcs, and then holding position with the firesight marksman and the 2 hammerheads as well. That is movement complete here for the Tau. No psychic phase for either of these 2 armies, so we'll go on to some cold raw firepower here from the Tau coming up next. Okay, so we're in the middle of shooting phase here for the Tau. Marker lights have been dished out. So 2 hits coming through here for the firesight marksman and also the cadre fireblades. So 2 marker lights there on the shuttle bus, the battle wagon, and then across here 3 in total. 1 hit came through from the firesight marksman doing his job up here. Then we played uplink marker light. Did roll a 6 for that command point being used, and so we've retained the command point. Still got 11 left here for the Tau. 3 marker lights in total on the yellow truck carrying the tank busters. We'll start proceedings here with the Tau commander. Commander Ghost Tide will fire here with his quadruple fusion blasters, needing 2s to hit, and they've all hit here. It'll be 3s to wound. Horrific. Just the 1 comes through. Interesting. Well, our command reroll here just for pride. Still failed. My Tau commanders have a habit of blundering along here with their firepower. So Aaron, no save at all. It's AP -4. So Aaron can roll Ramshackle. In just a moment, we'll roll to see what the damage is. It's just a 1. The command point used up, so Ramshackle doesn't even need to be rolled for. 1 damage. Didn't see that happening there. So down to 9 points, 9 wounds left here on the yellow truck. So the Tau confused here, wondering what Imperial Fist unit is doing in amongst the Orcs, but just 1 point of damage being scored. Okay, so I'm going to use vectored manoeuvring thrusters here just to bug out a bit further, just to stay out of trouble. All right, so he's manoeuvred back to there, and the Commander Ghost Tide now asks Long Strike here to let loose of his firepower. So we are, because of the marker lights, we're going to let loose of the 2 Seeker missiles and the main gun on top at the yellow truck. So the railgun, first of all, needing a 2, and then needing a 2 to wound because of Long Strike. No, he's failed to wound, and my command reroll has been used up. So this is dreadful here from the Tau. Almost tempted to erase what's being seen here from the records. The Orcs, Aaron rubbing his hands here in glee. The damage not coming through. So yeah, still a long way to go. 2 rockets, 2 Seeker missiles to fire, needing 2s. 3s to wound. Yes, they're both wounded. Aaron gets saves here of 6+. It's AP -2. This is where he's using Tau dice here. What an insult to the Tau. Yep. Doesn't block any of those. 2d6 damage. 2 2s. So you can roll Ramshackle here at 6s to try and turn those just into 1 damage. Yep. No, alright, so total of 4 damage comes through, but still the truck is half alive. A lot of Tau firepower has been used up against them. So fire the smart missile systems here against the truck here, so I can reroll 1s because of the marker lights. They've all hit. It's 5s to him, becomes 4s actually, with tank ace here for Long Strike. Still not so good. Aaron will get his normal save here of 4+. Blocks 1. Just 1 damage comes through. It's down to 4 wounds left here. So I'll have to put Hammerhead number 2. It's going to let loose with... Do we use up all of our Seeker missiles is the question with him. Yeah, we'll let his firepower go. Everything into... Yeah, we'll go into the other truck. I just want to make good use of the Seeker missiles here. So we'll let loose of them. So everything's going to go into the other truck here, carrying the tank busters. Can't reroll ones. 3s to wound. The wound comes through, -2. So 6 up save to block.
Nope.
Okay, D6 damage. It is 5, and a ramshackle roll of a 6 here will be very useful. No, 5 damage. Okay, so truck half destroyed. 2s to hit with the railgun. Yes. 2s to wound, or 3s to wound. Yeah, wound comes through. AP -4. D6 damage, so 3. Ramshackle here, and we'll get on a 6+.
Nope.
No, okay, so that does come through. It's down to 2 wounds left. Okay, so both of these trucks almost gone. And then Seeker missiles, or smart missile systems firing next. Needing 2s. Can't reroll ones yet. 5s to wound. Just the 1 comes through. 4 up save.
Nope.
No, alright, down to 1 wound left. But both hammerheads so far have failed to destroy the targets. But the wounds are coming off here. We've still got these to shoot with, and then also the 2 ghost kills to shoot with as well. Okay, so we're going to call upon the ghost kills now for help. It's the one with the fusion collider. It's the one that's the furthest away. It's going to put everything it has just to try and make sure we take that thing down if we can. So 2 fusion blaster shots first of all. They've both hit. This could be a bit of overkill here. They've both wounded. It's going to go straight through, and it's okay. So yes, a ramshackle will save you here on a 6+.
Nope.
No, alright. Truck's destroyed. Aaron roll to see if it detonates here.
Nope.
Doesn't. Alright, so the central truck's gone. Aaron roll up for casualties here as the models disembark. And then you can position them before the truck's removed from play. Alright, so just remove the model from play just for line of sight. Aaron's deployed out the back here wisely, just staying away from the breaches as much as possible. He did roll quadruple 1. Did use a command point to try and save one of the Ork tank busters, but rolled a 1 again for them. So 6 of them emerged. 2 squigs have absorbed 2 of the casualties, but there'll be a morale test for those at the back. So Orks beginning to suffer now. So Ghost Kill doing its job. Got the other Ghost Kill here. I might unload with some breacher firepower here just to pick off the last wound on this truck here. Alright, so 20 shots here from the breachers. There's going to be no minus here on the AP, so it's going to be just 4s, and there's no rerolls available. Just looking for our hits. I think I rolled that one over. Okay, so it's just there. 5 wounds. Yeah, it's not bad. There's 4 saves. We should bring the truck down here. Normal saves, no minus on them at all, just for the range. Okay. Yeah, it's got it. Okay, so Aaron rolled to see if he detonates here.
He does.
Which he does. And if you...
my command point.
So that one's exploded as well. So we'll roll for damage here, but this Ork flank is starting to take some serious damage. Alright, so... Another chunk ripped out of the Ork attack here. But some surprising results here. Units that I thought were meant to do a really good job have struggled. But then others have pulled out some good results. But the 2 Ork trucks are gone. Tank busters here. Aaron didn't roll any 1s. But then you have to deploy the unit and then the damage from the exploding vehicle. So 3 mortal wounds taken on those. So there's in total now a unit of 3. Oh yeah, and 3 mortal wounds here on the squad that just got out and survived. The detonation here has wiped out 3 more of them. So 3 left from that squad and 5 left in the other squad. That's the situation there with the tank busters. But they've been picked on here by the tower and they've suffered greatly. Right, so this unit in range of the truck, just trying to, that was a drop dice, just trying to get our hits here against this one. So it's 4s. Okay, no kind of rerolls available. 5s to wound. Yeah, it's the Tau dice kicking in here. 5 saves of 4+ on this truck. And you say 3. So 2 wounds taken. It's already taken 2 more wounds, by the way, from the explosion as well. It's now down to 6 wounds remaining. On this flank, we still have one of the ghost kills. This one here, still to shoot. Okay, so we're going to find this one here. 2 fusion blasters into this truck, and then we'll go for cyclic iron raker across there against the damaged unit of Ork. tank busters, the large unit that's left. So, double fusion blaster. They've both missed. There's nothing we can do about that. There's no rerolls available. Okay, so we'll go for the cyclic Iron Raker. It's a guaranteed 6 shots now. Then 4s. Just the 2. 3s to wound. Double 1. 0 damage there from that. Alright, so that I think is the firepower complete here on this flank. But I don't think the tower are going to complain. That's that firepower done. We've still got the main gun line here to erupt with its firepower against the suicide charge here from Gut Ripper. So, I would say, Gut Ripper, the transport here should be destroyed. That's the script. It should go that way, but we'll see. We can't call upon firepower from across the board. We've already fired with all of these units, so can this gun line destroy the Ork battle wagon is the question. It is protected by a 5+ invuln save here that may well come in handy for the Orks. We'll start with these Fire Warriors. Name 4s and rerolling 1s for the Imperial. So it's good firepower from them. It's going to be 5s to wound. Strength 5, toughness 8. So 2 saves to make here of 4+. Just trying to pick off some early wounds here, just with a smaller caliber weaponry. Aaron's pulled out 2 saves. Well played, well done. Okay, so we'll go on to the next squad. Might be this squad here. Alright, 7 of them normal range, 3 of them in rapid fire, so 2 shots, plus volley fire here for the Cadre Fireblade, so 3 each. Just that, so needing 4s and rerolling 1s. Okay, so we'll just take away shots that have missed. 5s to wound. Yeah, 2 saves again of 4+. Yep. No, so 2 wounds make it through. So Aaron knocked the wounds down. Going to play focused fire now. So it's going to be +1 to our wound rolls for the other shooting that comes through, just to stack up the odds here. So we've got 14 wounds to try and get through here with what remains for the tower. Alright, so it's this unit of Fire Warriors here. A lot more shots in rapid fire range. There's 26 shots in total. We'll actually be on 4s to wound here with the focused fire ability. So reroll these ones. It's generated an extra hit. 4s to wound. Yeah, there's a lot of saves required here. So it's going to be 8 saves of 4+. Here, this is volley fire coming through from the Fire Warriors. Not too bad, but 4 wounds come through. Yeah, so down to 10 now. Fire with the 4th and final unit of the strike team Fire Warriors here. Alright, so the last squad, the whole lot are in range. So it's going to be 30 shots here. Rerolling 1s. The volume of firepower here from these Fire Warriors, just with the rapid fire and the buffs coming from the Cadre Fireblade as well. Alright, so 4s to wound. It's way above average here. Ouch, it's 11 saves to make here from the Fire Warriors, just letting loose of every shot they can.
11.
Unbelievable. That's one on the 2. Using Imperial Fist dice now. 2 wounds taken. It's down to 8 left. Still plenty to go. And the invuln save may well prove useful for some of the heavier guns. But that's the whole gun line erupting here with the pulse rifles. We'll fire with the heavy guns next. Alright, so heavy guns here. We'll start with this unit of broadsides here. So we're going to go Seeker missiles, 2 Seeker missiles, and the high yield missile pods. Going to try and strip off the wounds here, the 8 wounds that remain on the battle wagon. And they're just in range, infuriating here for the Orks, but just within range 30. The smart missile systems will pick on the large unit of tank busters just over there. So we'll go for the tank busters here, see what damage we can do against them. So it's 4s to hit, and we are still rerolling 1s. Yep, so I'll just take away those. But it's a good amount of hits coming through here. Strength 5, so 3s to wound. Yeah, it's just, oh, it is minus. It is minus. Advanced targeting system here. It's a 7 casualties here. There's the knob in there, but there's 5, 6 wounds. They're gone. Ouch. Here from the tower. Their technology here. Picking off the Orks. We'll go on to the high yield missile pods next. 16 shots from them. I have declared the 2 Seeker missiles. Maybe do those first. So 4s to hit. Double 6 coming through. 4s to wound becomes 3s to wound for focused fire. One of them comes through. It's AP -2. Aaron will take a 5+ invuln save here. Let's try and block it.
Nope.
Comes through, and it's D6 damage. Just the one. Okay, and I can't do anything about that. It's just one wound comes through. So 7 wounds left. This is the high yield missile pods now. Just re-rolling these ones. It's helped. That's a good round here. Strength 7, 5s to wound. Focus fire, 4s to wound. It's okay, it's about average. 6 have made it through. There's a chance this will be enough to destroy the battle wagon here. It's AP -2, so Aaron will take 5+ invuln saves. Let's try and block. Pretty good. Yeah, 3. 3d3 damage. Still might be enough to destroy the battle wagon. 6. With 7 wounds left. No, no ramshack on that one. It's a better build. 1 wound left here. That's a good result because I can't fire at the occupants now. I've only got 1 unit left. So Gut Ripper's not going to be slain here. So we're going to think carefully about how we distribute our firepower. I need to pick off 1 wound off of this, try and destroy it. But then maybe we can fire some other weapons at different targets here. Alright, so yeah, the way we're going to play this here, 2 Seeker missiles into this, just whilst the marker light hits are there. The plasma rifle shots as well. The heavy rail rifles, though, are going to go into the end, this one just here. Yeah, we'll see if we can pick that mech gun off. Okay, so we'll do 4 shots into this mech gun. 4s to hit. 2 hits come through. Strength 8, toughness 5 though, so 3s to wound. Yeah, 6 and 5. That's a mortal wound straight away. And then 2 invuln saves here of 5+. This is from Napoleon Git Smasher.
Nope.
No, it comes through. It's going to be 2d6 damage. There's trouble here for this gun. I got to check the wounds here. I got a feeling it might still be alive. It's 6 wound model here. He's 6 wounds. Great result here for the Orks. You can start repairs on that next turn. So Aaron will mark it up with 5 wounds in total. But that mech gun just about has survived. We'll go for plasma rifle shots. Now it's going to be 4 shots to see if we can pick off the last wound on the battle wagon. Those have hit. Strength 6, 5s to wound, 4s to wound because of focused fire helping out. Yep, so 2 invuln saves of 5+. No, it's gone. 6 to detonate.
Nope.
No, alright, so battle wagon destroyed. Aaron will think carefully about how to disembark the models here. There's Gut Stitcher, Gut Ripper, and the Mega Knobs all available here. And that'll mark the end of the shooting because we declared the 2 Seeker missiles into the battle wagon. Alright, so a 1 was rolled here, so one of the Mega Knobs gone. Unit 3, Gut Ripper's disembarked, and so too is Gut Stitcher, so they're there now. Aaron's deployed them at the front because Tau firepower has finished here at this stage. That's the end of shooting here for the Tau. Pretty good from them, though. They need to be brutal here against the Orks. They know they must keep the Orks away and destroy as many units as possible. If the Tau gun line is contacted in close combat by multiple Ork units, it would be trouble for the Tau, so they have to be as cold and calculating as possible with their firepower if they're to dominate here in this game. They do have the advantage at the moment. The Tau definitely ahead here as far as damage is concerned. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch. Possible charges here from the Tau, bit of a tactical manoeuvre from them next. Right, yes, so charges taking place here. Both the ghost kills have made it in, just to disrupt that Ork truck and also to claim the objective, to deny defend objective number 3 to the Orks there. So that's charges done. We'll resolve this combat head. Both sides not expecting to do any damage. It's more of a tactical manoeuvre here on this flank. Alright, so yeah, combat's resolved. No damage on either side here. So that marks the end of the turn. Cards to trade in then. The lure then, with Zog charging in, we picked up a point for that. And we're going to try and hold, should be able to hold on to objective number 1 to pick up points at the end of Aaron's turn. And then we're going to get rid of advance, and we'll keep behind enemy lines for next time around. Okay, so turn finished here for the Tau. They have surged ahead here. They've caused terrific damage against the Orks, but the game's not over yet. I think perhaps the units that might really help out the Orks here is that battery of guns. They're in range now of the main tower gun line. Interesting to see what kind of damage they can cause. Gut Ripper is in striking distance. The battle wagon at least has manoeuvred him into place. And at a stretch, some of these units inside these trucks as well might be able to reach across. There's disembark move, regular move, advanced move, and still the potential to charge with the war boss nearby. So the battle's not over yet, and so the town need to be careful. There's still a sting in the tail for this Ork army, and there's always hope for the Orks as long as Gut Ripper is alive. So we'll go on to turn 2 now for the Orks. We'll hand over to them, see what cards are drawn. Victory points are still being picked up here by the Orks. The game's still on for sure. We'll go on to turn 2 now for Gut Ripper's lads. Alright, so we're on turn 2 here for the Orks. Aaron's still up for the fight here. The Orks aren't out of this battle yet. The conundrum is trying to break through the overwatch that could come through this gun. And I think that's the direction that Gut Ripper has to go. Aaron's still thinking about where to go exactly. You can move plus advance and still charge, the ability that the war boss has. So getting into combat, as far as the distance is concerned, shouldn't be a problem. It's just trying to survive the overwatch here against the tower. For example, if the Orks charge against the front line, the tower units can call upon the support of these broadsides here, which could be enough to destroy units charging in. Cards been drawn then for the Orks. No prisoners and defend objective number 3, which is that one over there, still continue. Area denial. So points can be picked up around here. The Orks have kept the tower away from the centre of the battlefield. And then priority orders received. Assassinate is the card that's been drawn. So killing characters. So characters around here, the commander here as well. Even Longstrike as well as a character, so he can, if he's destroyed, then points can be picked up also. But we'll see where the Orks decide to go. Good news for them, a lot of their big guns will now be in range to support an Ork attack here against the main Tau gun line. So perhaps you're watching this and you're seeing the brutality of Tau firepower. It's the way that the Tau have to play. They have to keep any enemy that they face against, they have to keep them away from close combat. And so often you'll see the firepower very brutal in games, but that's just the Tau trying to survive on the board here. It does mean that whoever's fighting against them, hatred grows. Aaron's hatred for the Tau gradually growing here, even at the early stages of this battle. But it's just the way the Tau operate. And remember, this is the army here that took the crown last season. So the Tau, again, have to be as brutal and as cold and calculating with their firepower as possible if they are to win the league this season. But the Orks will press on with their assault here. We'll see what movement the Orks do now in their second turn. Alright, so manoeuvring done here for the Orks, and there's a chance for them to cause trouble. You can see why the Tau, again, have to be brutal, because once the Orks amass here and are able to charge in, there's potentially some trouble here for the Tau. So the gun line braces itself here for an Orc assault. What could save them could be this Overwatch, but trucks move through 12 and 12 here. This one potentially in range to charge. Orc boys are disembark 3, move 5 plus advanced. They're intermingled here, but both units are in range of Gut Ripper, so they can still make a charge in 8 inches and 7 inches here to make contact. Gut Ripper's moved across, advancing, but it will be able to charge. Gut Stitcher surging ahead. Roll a 1 here for the advance here with these. They're never in front of Gut Ripper. They're meant to be his bodyguard. These Mega Knobs lumbering along behind, but still again able to charge in. Potentially 14 inches moved here by the Big Mac on the bike, granting the 5+ Invuln save as well, which may all help with the Overwatch that comes through. The Orc guns remain exactly where they are. They're all in line of sight and in range to support this Orc attack here on objective number 5. Then what's left of the Orcs here, the trucks made it in close combat, and then the unit of 10 Orc boys disembarking here to go after the breaches. Looking very healthy for the town this side, but the game's open here on this side of the board. We'll go on to shooting for the Orcs now on turn 2. They really do need a good round of shooting here to try and cause as much damage as possible against the tower. Alright, so on shooting phase here, a stick bomb and sluggers firing into here. 1 save and then no other damage coming through. Darren did get 3 hits with his sluggers, or a triple 1, so still some bad dice rolls in the system here. But we're going to switch over to firepower here. This is where the Orcs need to make a dent of some kind. So I'm going to start with this guy. 6 shots with his. It's 2 Dagger guns. Yes, firing through. Yes, that's 6 shots.
Strength 5. 2 wounds.
2 wounds come through. This is against this central unit of fire warriors. Trying to create a hole here to try and charge through. 4 pluses. It's got 1. Alright, so one of them gone. So we'll go for this one here. Yes, Gut Stitcher's going to chuck a
D6.
stick bomb here.
Just a 3. Nothing.
Nothing from him. Okay. Yeah, Gut Ripper's got a rocket shot he can go for here. Or he can go for the custom shooter option. Or he can fire both, but it'll be -1 to hit rolls, so it'll be needing 6s with either of those. Yeah, custom shooter going to unleash some Dagger into the same unit of fire warriors. One's in the middle. It's got 2 hits. 3s to wound.
1 wound.
Okay, see if Ripper picks off one of these. He does. Okay, we'll take this one here. So 2 fire warriors, 8 of them remain. It's still a screen at this stage, but York's starting to whittle them down. So 8 shots of the Mega Knobs. There's Killsaw Carl, he doesn't have a shooting ability.
Just the 1. Reroll. Nope.
It's only the one that's come through. He does wound and save this time. The armour holds on the strike team. Fire warriors.
Okay, both big shooters from the trucks. Well, actually, you have to roll these separately because one advanced. So.
Yeah, no, they both move. No advancing from either of them. So he's going to roll both together, even 5s. Oh, they've missed. Okay, right. Right, so there's a second. There's 2 units side by side here forming a screen. And it's going to fire all the sluggers except 1 from here. No, sorry, these advanced. Pistol firepower, yeah. So that negates their firepower. That's gone. So that's them. Trucks are done. He's fired. They've fired. So that's the firepower complete here from this line. Yeah, the ability to advance and still charge, but it means that the sluggers can't be used for shooting. Okay, so we're up to the mech guns now. Can they save the day for the Orcs? Not good when the Orcs are relying on grots to try and get them out of trouble, but we'll see how well these little gits shoot with their big guns. Alright, so moment of truth here. If you've ever needed help with the grot guns, it's now. Alright, so the first gun. Whoa, 6 shots, this is good. Come on, grots. Okay, so the gun at the back, just to let you know, the gun at the back is out of range of everything, so that's not going to shoot, but 5 guns are in line of sight and range of these. And I'm just going to let loose at this unit here of those to try and reduce the overwatch that comes in against the charge, and to suck in as many drones as possible as well. So this is the plan. 6 shots, and even 5s. It's a really good start here. There's a mortal wound taken. I just need to remember to put those on, and an extra shot being generated.
Nope.
You're on 4s to hits.
4s to hit, that's right.
You are. All right, so 5 hits with your bonus shot that come through. So you're going to be on. Well, check the toughness here. Actually, it could be toughness 4 on these. All right, so Yeah, this is good here. So you're going to be on 3s to wound, because we are toughness 5. Oh dear, just the 2 come through. Okay. He's thinking about a command reroll at this stage. He might want.
I'll leave it.
He's going to leave it because I'm thinking maybe like rolling a 1 for your number of shots or something. Yeah, okay. Aaron's going to leave it. It's so tempting to roll at this stage, but he's going to leave it there. 2 come through. Aaron restored 3 wounds, by the way, on the damaged gun. Napoleon doing his work repairing that. So I'm going to take drones here. 2+. Okay, so 2 drones come in. 5+ to keep them alive. No, so 2 shield drones absorbing the damage coming through. So I've removed 2 from here, so it's just this damage squad, just 1 shield drone remains. The next gun, 6 shots again. That is superb. 4s to hit.
4 hits.
4 hits, 2 bonus shots. And there's a...
Nope.
Okay. There's a mortal wound on that as well. Okay. But the Orks aren't going to care. This is superb gunnery here from the Grots.
All wounded?
They've all wounded. Well done. All right, save your protocols quick. We need more drones. We'll go to the fresh units just here. 2+ to get these in. 1 makes it through. Oh boy. Command reroll. Drones are dropping like flies here. Yeah, well, command reroll. Okay, so drones will save the day here. So we're now going to roll up for 5+ to keep them alive. Keep 1 alive, but 3 more shield drones brought down. Alright, so 3 drones taken from this squad. I've got a total of 6 left here. Let's see if Aaron can roll another 6 for number of shots. No, it's the dreaded 1.
Right,
Come on, reroll. Here it comes. It's a 5. Excellent recovery. I'm almost rooting for the Orks here. I shouldn't be, but 5 shots to come through. Get through the drones, then onto the heavier guns. This is the ultimate aim here. It's another mortal wound. An extra shot comes through. Does get the hit. Well done. So 3 hits come through. 3s to wound. If you're actually rolling to wound against the broadsides, just the 1 makes it through. We'll go for the drone, the one that's left in the closest squad, which it does absorb the damage. 5+ to keep it alive. No. Okay, drone squad wiped out. 5 drones left here. 2 mech guns to go. That squad's gone. So lock and load with the next mech guns. 3 shots this time. 2 hits and a bonus shot. This is still really good. That's missed. It's actually caused a mortal wound as well. 3s to wound. Just the 1. Drone on a 2+. Yes. It'll be from the one with the 1 drone left. And it's still alive on a 6. Okay, so still 5 drones. I think the drones have done their job in protecting the broadsides here. And Aaron's going to fire again. He doesn't really have much more of an option. It looks like a...
Cock dice?
Cock dice is fine, yeah. He's going to go for the reroll here. 2. It's a 2, okay.
Nothing?
Nothing, and a mortal wound on that gun. Alright, so that's the firepower done. Not too bad. A lot of drones destroyed here, but that's the way this tower list has been constructed, and the broadsides have been protected. Looks like the Orks are going to have an awesome task here at taking on some nasty tower overwatch. Alright, and that marks the end of the shooting phase here. So it's almost like a doomed thing. The Orks just have to charge in here against this tower gun line, even though their doom seems certain. But we'll see. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. It's all a case of trying to choose the right charge at the right time will be the key here for the Orks. Right, so just having a discussion about the rules here. It's looking better for the Orks than what we'd anticipated. The reason why, so we've got the ability to use supporting 5 Overwatch, but that ability can only be used once by these units. So the Tau, the Orks need to be careful about who they choose to charge with first, and the Tau need to be careful as to who they shoot with their supporting fire. Or if I use the big guns on the first unit that charges in, then this supporting fire will not come through against other targets trying to charge in against the Tau gun line. So it's a healthier situation for the Orks than what we'd anticipated. Aaron's going to charge first. Still going to go for this, yeah. The truck's going to go first, and he's going to declare against these 2 units of infantry that are just here. He'll swing around this way and be able to contact both of them. I'm not going to support here. I'm going to save these heavier guns for the other heavy units charging in. If Aaron makes this charge, it's going to stop these 2 units of fire warriors potentially supporting as the other Ork units go in. Yeah, no, it's getting quite technical here at this stage because both of us know this is the breaking point here for the Orks. If this goes wrong, the Orc army is going to be in serious trouble. If it goes well, they'll bring themselves back into the fight here. And look who's at the front. It's Gut Ripper leading the lads by example. So you're still going to go ahead with this. Truck's going to go into here. So it's rapid fire plus volley fire. So it's going to be 30 shots from these 2 units of 10 strike team fire warriors. So 5 to 6 is it. I don't get reroll ones from the Imperial because it's only in the shooting phase that's granted. So that's the situation here. That's just half of the shots coming through. So far it's 5s to wound, toughness 6 on the truck. Yeah, we'll not stop it here. It's 3 wounds. Aaron can get his regular save of 4+. He's passed all of them. Uh-oh. Starting to sense a resurge here from the Orcs. 5s to 6s. Yeah, we'll not stop this truck. This dice has just dropped on the floor. It's just rerolling that one. But it's scary. The Overwatch is scary from the tower. Okay. 5s to wound. 3. 3 more saves of 4+. Okay, 2 wounds taken, but Aaron will be happy with that result. 8 wounds left, and now the charge. It's a 7-inch charge. There's a fair chance here, half a chance this will work. He's rolled a 6. Oh, does he do the command reroll here to get that truck in? If the charge goes ahead, it's going to block off those 2 units.
The rest of the guys, here we go. So
yeah, they're on rerolls anyway. Yeah.
So command point.
He was talking to the dice there. Okay, he's made it through. 8. So the truck can swing round. Contact mates. It's all in stepping stones here to victory, potentially. But truck's made it through. This is good here for the Orcs. All right, so truck's moved in. You can see we've made some charge rolls here. Aaron charging these in. No supporting firepower coming through from any of the tower units. Charged in with an eerie go. Rolled an 8 in total, so made it into contact in a 7. And then here, rolled an 11. On the dice roll here straight away, and those have actually managed to swing all the way around here. So this tower fire warrior unit in serious trouble. The other one contacted as well. So next stage for the Orcs is the Mega Knobs charging in. They may as well declare their charge against everything because of supporting fire. The key now is to try and get those to survive. Yeah, I'm thinking we can hold off. The tower got to think carefully about this as well, how to go about trying to stop the Orcs here at this stage. All right, so getting technical here. These are going to declare their charge against the 2 units of fire warriors that haven't been contacted, plus the characters, the marksman, the Imperial, and the fireblade here. Aaron's not going to declare against these. If he does, we'll get Overwatch here for free, basically. We won't even need to use our supporting fire because they've been declared as the charge. Yeah, so he's just going to declare against the front line. Yeah, so it's a case of trying to survive against about 55 odd pulse rifle shots. We've got 2 up armor save, so that may well help out. All right, here we go. 25 shots. It's 54 in total. No reroll ones. It's just 5s and 6s. The saving element for these will be that 2 up armor save. Still 3s to wound at strength 5. Oh, there's a lot of saves here. Okay, so just under halfway through, it's going to be 8 saves to make so far. 5s and 6s. Just going to roll these 3 to make up the, these 4 to make up the 55 or 54. So that knocks that dice over. So it's those 3s to wound. It's 8, 10. 14, 16, 17 saves of 2+. It might be enough to bring one of these Mega Knobs down. Here, there is the Pain Boy nearby to grant some feel no pain to them as well. 17. 2 pluses.
Okay, so we have
There's some ones.
4 ones there. 5 ones.
5 ones total.
5 ones, yeah.
6s now.
Nope.
None. All right, so 1 Mega Knob gone and 2 wounds on another. But still, the unit has survived and has a chance now. Oh, hold it right there. Cadre Fireblade. 1 hit. No wound. Okay. Right, so Pulse Pistol The Firesight marks him. Misses. Okay, that's all done. The Feral doesn't have... He's got 2 sticks. And that's no shooting from him. Okay, so charges then. I'll do 7. Reckon Aaron needed a 5, just being slowed down here by the crater. So the Meganobs have made it in. Great news. All right, so Gut Stitcher's going to charge now. He's declared against the same combination, not these guys. Okay, I'm going to support fire with this unit here, try and take that character out. There's no other fight, not going to support with those. And the rest of these have all been contacted now that the Meganobs have made it into contact. It's going well here for the Orcs. We'll see if we can take Gut Stitcher out of the game here. So 8 plasma shots first of all. That is utterly horrific from them. And then 4 heavy rail rifle shots needing 5s. Yeah, Gut Stitcher's in trouble. 3's to wound though. 1's not made it through. We'll command reroll here at this stage. Yes, the 2 have made it through. That's 3. So AP -4 goes straight through. It's 7 damage. There's a slight possibility he could survive this here. Needing a lot of 6s to make it in. There's 2. I think he's a goner.
Yeah. 5 wounds, isn't it?
Yeah, 4 or 5 wounds. I think Gut Stitcher's dead here. It's been brought down in Overwatch. Alright, Gut Stitcher's paid the price and has been taken out. But it could be heroic enough to try and help Gut Ripper. He's here at the moment, still not charged in. So you're going to go for this guy next?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to Overwatch against him with anybody. I'm going to hold off with those just to see what Gut Ripper does. So here comes a charge. 7. We'll check the range on this, see if the crater makes an impact as well. Alright, situation here. Gut Ripper's the last unit to charge, and Aaron declared his charge. He's already rolled up here and hasn't gone ahead, but he's declared to go around through here to try and contact this unit. Reason being, if he charges any of these units along here, or then activate these with their supporting fire, we reckon the odds are that Gut Ripper will be destroyed by that firepower coming from them. So, Gut Ripper does have the instinct to attack. He is brutal, but he is cunning at the same time, and he's not going to throw away his life that easily. So he's semi-protected around here, letting the lads do their butcher's work, and he'll hold back for now, whilst the rest of the Orcs that are in contact do as much damage as possible. The best chance is here, if the Orcs can sweep through and try and contact these to reduce the firepower that the Tau have, and then Gut Ripper can charge in potentially at another time. Alright, so Aaron just rolling to charge up here. This squad's going to go in against these. I'll support fire here. He's declaring against the commander also. He may as well, because I'm going to get supporting fire with the commander. So Aaron's just going to roll up his distance, which is 9. That may be enough to contact Commander Ghost Side here. Right, 9 inches will do it. Question is, can any of the Orc boys survive here? We'll do Overwatch with the 2 Breacher teams. Alright, 5s and 6s here. This is from the first Breacher team, the one that's the original target. Yeah, not that great. Alright, so 3's to wound here at this range. Yeah, 4 Orc boys brought down. Strength 6, AP -2. Next unit of breaches. Firing at the next damage bracket, which will be strength 5, AP -1. There's a potential here for these to wipe these Orcs out. That's how wicked with their firepower. 3's to wound. Yeah, 4 more Orc boys brought down. And now for the Tau commander himself, has missed here, so no damage from him. And the Orc boy and Orc knob will make a personal charge here around against the commander. Alright, so that's all the charges made here. So Aaron can pick a unit to fight with. I don't think the Tau are going to interrupt play. I don't really have any units that can cause too much trouble here. It would be worth using those 2 command points up. So we'll start the process here of trying to grind through the Tau gun line. Alright, so piling move made, just pick this unit here. They've wrapped around a bit further, and this end model has managed to make it in within an inch of these, so that will keep them out of the fight. Stop them from shooting next turn. 27 attacks with sluggers and choppers here against these 10 fire warriors. We'll do the knob in just a moment. 3's to hit. This is the Orcs' forte here. Some misses coming through, but the average law of averages will start to take over here. And there's 6s for Goffs for bonus hits.
2.
2, yeah. 2 more hits, okay. 3's to wound. This is where the Orcs like to be. This is a good spot for them. 3's to wound.
So that's 3, 6, 9, 12.
12. Loads of wounds coming through. 4 up armor saves. Just, you're not seeing a result like that very often. We've lost 1. It's unbelievable. Aaron doesn't usually complain in games, but even he's starting to moan about the tower here. See, I enjoy using the tower, but everyone that plays against them seems to hate them. All right, so the armor holds on those. Right, so the knob, 3 attacks for him. Big chopper.
Oh, of course he misses twice. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And then no wound comes through. All right, so that's as far as they can go. We've taken one model from the centre. Not all of these can fight. We're hoping for more of a gap here, but the Fire Warriors hold. So it's going to be 6 boys fighting. That's 18 attacks, and the knob to fight as well. Surely they could do better this time. Well, they did well last time, just the tower armour holding here. One thing I should have remembered was photon grenades here for the tower. It's a useful grenade to use as the assault comes in, but it's just rolling up here. Extra hits coming through. 3s to wound. It's a pretty good result again. It's about 10 here. 10 exactly. Okay. So 4 up saves. The tower using their tower dice. Ew, not so good. Now the casualties begin to mount. 7 Fire Warriors cut down, and now the knob. 2 hits. 2s to wound.
2 wounds.
It's -1. 5 up save. No, 7, 8, 9. So wipeout. Squad destroyed. All right, so attacks have been resolved down here. No damage coming through from the truck. And it's made a consolidation move. It's pushed further ahead and swung in a bit here as well. Okay, so Mega Knobs to fight next. Right, so Aaron's going to put all of his attacks. He's in contact with both units. He's going to put all the attacks into the damage unit of Tower Fire Warriors. So this is Kill Saw Kyle. Actually, 4s will be hits here after the -1. It's just the 1. 2s for a kill. It's a 3. It's fine. So 1 Fire Warrior brought down. So we'll go here, and then the other Mega Knob. 3 attacks of him, and an extra attack as well for Goths. Yep. And 2s for kills. 2. Alright, so 2 more Fire Warriors brought down from that squad. Okay, so casualties coming through, taking them from the back row here, still holding these back. There's nowhere for these to push into any further. The Fire Warriors holding the Mega Knobs back. 5 casualties in total. That hot squad there is half destroyed. So the next charger is across here.
So do the boy.
Yeah, still boy. 3 attacks into the back of the breaches here in 3s. And a bonus attack.
Yep.
3 hits in total. 3s to wound.
2 wounds.
He's hit 2 and wounded 2. And he's killed 1 of them. So a breach is slain. Yep. And then across here, 3 attacks into the commander himself. They've all hit in a bonus attack, which hits as well. Wow. Okay. And then 3s to wound.
All wounded.
They've all wounded. Oh no. Alright, so commander here, he's got 4 saves to make it 4+. If I mess this up, I'll die. He has messed it up. Hold on. He's messed it up really bad. Oh no. Okay, I've got a commander on standby. Here, I used 1 in the shooting phase, in the Overwatch charge phase. Now it's the melee phase. I do have 1 left. I've got 4+, half a chance of keeping the commander alive. This is ridiculous. Oh no, he's gone. I can't believe this. Oh, boys charging for him. Killed the commander. Ah, no, that's terrible. Dear mate, yeah, promotion, I'd say. War boss potential here. Incredible result here for the Orks. Didn't see that coming. What a shock result here for the tower. Commander Ghost Tide has well and truly become a ghost here. It's gone. Alright, so I've been cancelled out here as well from the objective, but I don't think that's going to make too much difference. We'll be able to pile in with the breaches anyway, but Commander's gone and destroyed. Incredible result here for the Orks. So pride restored for them for certain. This is the situation here. We'll fight back here with the Tower Fire Warriors and other units. See if we can cause a little bit of damage here against the Ork units. Alright, so situation now. Fire Warriors have attacked back, caused 1 casualty here, and that is about it. Some wounds coming through here, but the 2 up armor save holding on the Meganobs. So Aaron's played Get Stuck In Lads, 3 command points, and it's this squad here. They've since Piled in, they're going to fight again against this squad of fire warriors, so to try and chew for as many of those as possible. 7 boys in, 21 attacks from them, plus the knob as well. So
these are the boys.
yeah, 3s for hits, and then 6s for bonus attacks as well. Aaron's justification, he wants to try and get rid of as many fire warriors as possible from the screen to try and set himself up for a charge next. So it's going to take another round of fighting and charging here to try and kick the Tau off of objective number 5.
Okay, so the wound.
3s to wound. Yeah, it's mightily impressive here. There's loads of wounds come through.
9, 12.
Which is great here from the Orks. Really good recovery from them. Forced to... Oh, no, he's done it again. He's done it again. Two casualties taken. It should have been about 7 casualties taken. Unbelievable. Okay, and then the knob fighting next here.
All hit.
All hit and a bonus attack as well. Oh, the Orcs in a frenzy here. 2s to wound. That's with the big chopper.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. 5 up saves. No, well done for the knob there. So 4 fire warriors cut down. Okay, so casualties removed and the Orc boys surge further in here. Very narrative here, this close combat taking place. Epic fight here over objective number 5. And Gut Ripper staying out of the fight for now. It's his heavier weaponry, better against these kind of targets. But for now he can't reach them. He'll wait to wade in perhaps later on. We'll end the turn here. We'll trade in some cards for the tower, resolve a bit of morale as well. We'll get that sorted and end the turn here for the Orcs. Alright, so morale resolved across here. All units have passed. There's a scary moment for the drones. Didn't roll very well, but we can use the Ethereal's leadership of 9 and they passed. It was an 8 in total. They would have gone, but the Ethereal's kept them there. No morale issues for any of these other units. They've all passed, no problem at all. So the fight continues here, but sadly the Orc boys have melted away across here and rolled a 6 for their morale and they are gone. You're right, and then I'll just push these back. I made a consolidation move for some reason afterwards, but not meant to. Okay, so, so they're finished. I need to go back where they are. Alright, so there's a twist here in this game, and that's the cards that Aaron is about to trade in. He has got rid of Defend 3.
Yes.
That one? Okay, yeah, so that's gone. Area Denial. The Tau are nowhere near the centre here. D3 victory points for that. Oh no, 3 victory points. This is superb. No prisoners. Aaron destroyed 3 units. Unit of drones was destroyed. Unit of fire warriors was wiped out. And the commander, the blundering idiot, lost his life as well. And Aaron's going to pick up 2 points for that. And assassinate as well. Was picked up. Yeah, we were about to play this one, but it's priority orders received for assassinate, which means that Gut Ripper has to kill a character. We're going to pick up points for it down here, but it has to be the Warlord that achieves that objective. But Aaron will hold on to that one. Gut Ripper is still well and truly alive, and the possibility for him to do that on future turns. So, 5 victory points picked up here for the Orcs. Tactically, I think they're ahead here for points, quite clearly as well. So, great result for them. Remember, they've also picked up Slay the Warlord as well against the Tau. So it's going well for the Orcs, despite the horrific turn 1. The firepower coming in from the Tau, the Orcs have bounced back well, and the fight is still on. Great stuff here at this stage. We'll go on to the second turn for the Tau. They've got to try and push the Orcs back if they can, or pull back with these units, and then try and deal with the Orc attack down here, and then I'll put them back into a stronger position. Alright, so we are on turn 2 now for the Tau. Just to mention, we did end up defending objective number 1, so we've picked up 2 victory points there for the Tau. So Aaron's on about 9, Tau have got 3, so they are miles behind. We've drawn our cards, behind enemy lines still in play, so we've got to try and push into the deployment zone. Overwhelming firepower, that's a good one for the Tau, but Aaron's paid a command point here and has blocked that for this turn. The idea being, it's going to try and, the longer the game goes on, the more firepower the Tau lose. It'll be harder and harder to achieve. Secure objective number 5, which is this one. So orders have been given to try and hold this central ground. And defend objective number 6, which I think we're going to discard at the end of the turn. That's that objective all the way over there. So we're going to movement now for the forces of the Tau Empire. Right, so movement's done for the Tau. As predicted, the gun lines pulled back here, so I had to pull these out of combat. The Firesight marksmen remained where he is. The other 2 characters, the Ethereal and the Fireblade, have pulled back. We've strung out the damaged units in a thin orange line along here. all now over an inch away from these Orc units. The drones have had to pull back as well to make room for these pulling back. These two here haven't moved, they'll be able to shoot. They weren't contacted last turn. Breaches, one unit shifted across in this direction, and then this unit's headed off 6 inches in this direction to try and clear away the truck, and then jumping up and over with the 2 ghost kills, heading off, the drones catching up as quick as they can, heading off to try and harass the Orc guns over on this flank. The 2 hammerheads, which could cause trouble for the Orcs, they're tucked safely away in this corner, and their superior long range with the railguns means that they could try and pick off wounds in later turns, or pick off guns actually with their firepower, and they'll be out of, or the mech guns will be out of range of them. So this could be a tricky area for the Orcs to try and deal with, but they're holding off. Remain stationary with them for now. Their guns pivoting around. Just try and make sure this area of Orcs, this threat from the Orcs, is cleared first of all. We'll go on to shooting phase now for the tower on turn 2. So we'll start with the ghost kill. It's the one furthest away. Fusion Collider. It's going into the truck here. So yeah, that's 2 shots. And 1 hit comes through. 3's through a wound. Yes, AP -4. 2d6 choose the best for damage. It's 3. Aaron gets Ram Shackle on a 6. No, alright, so truck's almost destroyed. 2 fusion blasters on top. Double miss. So we'll put the other one in. Cyclic Iron Raker. There's no other targets to shoot at here. So Cyclic Iron Raker and 2 fusion blasters. Double 1. And then 6 shots. Not going to overcharge. We'll just fire normal shooting here. 2 hits come through. 1 wound comes through, AP -2, Aaron gets a 6-up save. No, D3 damage. It is 3, it's going to be enough, unless it's Ramshackle on a 6. No, truck destroyed, and he'd like to blow up, it doesn't. Alright, so the last threat here on this flank from the Orcs is gone. Alright, so firepower down here, we've put marker lights on 1, 2, 3 units, the 2 boys and the truck. That was from Firesight Marksman here, and also on top, well positioned up there on top of that building, and then here the Fireblade wasn't in combat, so was able to move back and still hit on a 3+. So mark lights there, just granting some reroll 1s here for any units that fire at those. So we're going to fire this unit here. All the smart missile systems are going to go into this squad of Orc boys, and then the 2 high-orb missile pods from each is going to go into the Meganobs to try and reduce them down. Alright, so Meganobs 4s to hit. Reroll 1s because the Ethereal's granted the reroll 1's elemental power this turn. So reroll that one. Hit, needing a 4+. Nope. Take away the misses. Aaron is going to get cover. He's on the crater terrain here. 3's to wound. Yep, alright. So 6 saves. -2. 4-up save. Becomes a 3-up save for cover. All of them except 1. Brilliant result. Is he going to command reroll to keep it alive? Because it will be slain. That would all go. Here.
Yes, I will.
He's going to go for it. 3+. No, alright, gone. Okay, it'll be D3 damage. It doesn't matter. The model's gone. Okay, but still Killsaw Car remains alive. Alright, smart missile systems into the Orc boys. Need 4s. And re-rolling 1s. That's not really helped at all. It's not very good. And then 3's to wound. Save -1. So 3 casualties there against this unit of Orc boys. Alright, so 3 casualties taken. There's no other firepower available from this entire line, so the Orcs have done well to silence them. Still got breaches left. Hammerheads as well are going to prove useful for the tower. So we'll go long strike. He's going to just have to put a solid shot round into Kyle, and then range 30, we're going to try and take out some of these Orc boys with the smart missile systems also. So 2's for a hit on Kyle. Just about managed to hit him. 2's for a wound. Yep, so AP -4. You're actually going to get a cover save of a 6+. You can't roll a 6 here. Oh, I just knew it was coming. Unbelievable. He'll get a badge for that. Some kind of I survived a railgun hit. Unbelievable. I can't believe this. I sensed that 6 was coming. It's just ridiculous. Okay. Alright, so smart missile systems hit. 3's or 2's to hit, rerolling 1s. Yeah, they've all found their mark here. And 3s to wound. You are going to get a save. 5 saves of 6+. So, yeah, 6s will block here.
Nope.
None. 5 casualties. Alright. Ork boy's been picked off here by Tau smart missile systems. Alright, so hammerhead number 2. This is ridiculous. I'm going to have to fire the shot into Kyle here to try and try and pick him off, and then smart missile systems again into that same unit of Ork boys. So it's 2s because of long strike nearby. It's 2s to try and help out Kyle, or to help out hammerhead number 2. It's hit, then wounds. Oh no. They can't let this go. It's got to be a command reroll. I haven't used one yet this turn, so we'll go for a 2+ to wound. Yes, it has wounded. AP -4. A 6-up save. Again. Surely not.
Yep.
No! Unbelievable. 2 badges for Kyle here. Survived a railgun shot and survived a second one as well. Literally seconds later coming in. Unbelievable. You'll not see that repeated again ever here in the history of this channel. Unbelievable. Killsaw Kyle has survived 2 railgun solid shots. Alright, smart missile systems, moving on. Reroll 1s because of the marker light hits. Okay. 3s to wound. Yeah, more successful here. Another 5 saves of 6+ on the damaged unit of Ork boys. Potentially could be the wipeout. Yeah, they're gone. Alright, so yeah, we're just saying here, smart missile systems deadly against Ork boys. We're going to do 20 shots here from the breaches into Kyle. So 4s for hits. We don't get any kind of rerolls here. So, yeah, a bit below average. 3s to wound though, strength 5. Yeah, Kyle's going to survive this. He may well survive without a wound here because it's 5 wounds, AP -1 for the range, or over 5 inches away, and then +1 for cover. So 2 ups. All of them. Incredible. So no damage at all here against Killsaw Kyle. Alright, so shooting phase actually complete now for the tower. They've caused hardly any damage here. No, they've done some damage, but not that much here against the Orks. We'll go on to charges. None. End of turn, we'll calculate and hand in some victory points here if the tower have managed to pick any more up. Alright, so cards being traded in. Secure objective number 5, we do get that, so we'll just add on a point here for the tower. They're slowly trying to catch up with the Orks. Behind enemy lines, not quite. The ghost kills over there, just starting to lap over into the deployment zone for the Orks, but not quite, so don't get that. And defend 6, we're going to discard that. It's not been a particularly effective turn here from the tower. The Orks have a good lead, so the aim of the game for them is to try and maintain that lead if they can, whilst the tower try and catch up as quick as possible. This game is, dare I say it, evened up here to some degree. The tower need to be careful. If they lose this game, it could ruin their chances of trying to take the title, and that plays into Aaron's hands just nicely here with his Death Guard Chaos Space Marines that are performing very well at the moment. So he's massive incentive for him to do well with the Orks, and they are doing well here. This is great to see here at this stage in the game, but still it's early stages now. We're going to go on to the 3rd turn, the middle stage of the game. It all depends on what the cards are that can be drawn. The tower better spread perhaps across the battlefield. Objectives that they can hold here. But then again, the Orks, there's an objective round here, objective 4. They're happy on objective number 6 and starting to contend with the tower for the 2 middle objectives here as well. We're going to the 3rd turn now for the Orks. Alright, so we're on turn 3 here for the Orks. Interesting set of cards being drawn again. So this one's currently in play still. Priority orders received. Gut Ripper needs to try and assassinate characters. Oh, how he would love to do that. And possibly he can do it this turn. Big Game Hunt, that's destroying larger targets. So the larger targets will be... no, it'll be the ghost kills. They start on 10 wounds, so pick up points for them. And the hammerheads as well. Secure objective number 3. It's this objective, so that's something that's beyond the Orks now at this stage. And then defend objective number 6. And that's the objective where the mech guns are happily sitting on top of. So almost a guaranteed 2 points they can pick up for that as well. So healthy enough here for the Orks. Good cards being drawn by them this turn as well. Let Aaron make his moves. Alright, so turn 3 movement, Aaron's just finishing off some of the mech guns as they move up. They've had to move forwards again to relocate to try and get in range. Remember the tower line pulled back. So Ork boys lining up here, Ork truck lining up for a charge. Gut Rippers moved in, Killsaw car poised to charge. The big mech on the bike lining up as well. Trucks moving through. And that's the Orcs down this sector. There's no Orcs across over here, and then the guns being pushed forwards, not advancing, just a regular move ahead with those. I'll give Aaron another half an hour to move all of these grots across the table. There's 30 of them that he has to try and move through there. Napoleon gets smashed, so he's buried in amongst the guns there, giving them that 5+ invuln save and repairing the wounds coming through as well. Okay, so movement done for the Orcs. We'll go on to their firepower next. Right, shooting phase. It's been resolved here for the Orcs. They've struggled here against the drones. The lone drone here wiped out. 2 casualties here. We did roll a couple of 5s, keeping those alive when those mortal wounds came through. But drones have done their job again and have protected the broadsides here. A few mortal wounds have been taken and restoring some wounds as well on one of the models with Git Smasher, Napoleon Git Smasher. Okay, so then trying to create a hole here. There's Unit 5 Fire Warriors. Just killed 2 of them. A small hole has emerged here for Gut Ripper to try and push through. But again, the firepower is a bit underwhelming here from the Orcs, trying to create a gap in the lines. That shooting phase finished. Yes, there was 1 gun fired through against the Ghost Kill, but no hits there. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. Alright, charges have taken place here. Again, a lot of tactical thinking going into this one. Gut Ripper hasn't charged because he'll be shot to pieces here by this back line from here. So the Orcs are going to try and grind the tower away. The first to charge was the truck, making contact with the Fire Warriors across here. That then let the Ork boys charge in. They won't overwatch. No supporting fire coming. We'll hold enough firepower for Gut Ripper if he made a move. Then across here, Killsaw Carl took a wound, but absorbed all the overwatch from the Fire Warriors here and has tapped both of those squads. That's the whole front line silenced. Then the big mech on the bike charged instead and managed to contact this character, and again, taking no damage on Overwatch. Gut Ripper hasn't charged here. Aaron's held him off. There's no point sending him in. These units here would pick him out and destroy him. So Gut Ripper is brutal, but again, he's cunning here, holding off. And a good roll from the truck, 10-inch charge, -2 for the crater. And still made it in against the breaches. 1 wound from Overwatch. Still looking healthy enough here for the Orcs, and they hold off with their war boss for now. We'll go on to combat resolution next. Right, so resolved combats. Fire Warriors wiped out here and pushed in. Did attack back with these, caused 1 casualty against the Orc boys. The Firesight Marksman has been slain. He's gone. That was the big chopper with the 2 damage a time, causing wounds there. Then no damage caused against this, with these attacking back in the Cadre Fireblade. And then 2 casualties from Killsaw Car, just the lone squad leader here for the Tower Fire Warriors. Just there. That is combat's resolved. Gut Ripper itching to get into close combat, but holding off for now, just letting his lads do the work as they continue to push the tower back here off of objective number 5. Okay, so turn finished, and across here, no damage done on the breaches and no damage done on the truck. Cards to trade in then for Aaron this turn.
I don't believe there's anything. I'm working my way towards defend objective 6. But I didn't get out.
Yes. Yeah, okay, so that card can go on the table. Aaron will pick that up at the end of Tau turn 3, and the others still to be picked up. All right, so we'll go on to Tau turn 3 now. Struggling, battling away against the Orcs. We're in amongst them at this stage. Managing to preserve their heavier guns, but struggling to push the Orcs off of objective number 5 at this point in the game. The guns need to be dealt with. Their firepower may well turn the tide of this game. Here, we'll go on to turn 3 now for the Tower. Okay, moving for the tower. You can see they've pulled back. This is the 3rd time they've had to do this, so pulling back again, linking up with the breaches who've pulled back as well. So now the tower line extends all the way along here. The Imperial, not in combat, so we advanced him. He's got 11 inches all the way around. 6 inches pulled back by the Cadre Fireblade. The Lone Warrior past morale, he's just here. And the drones, they pass morale, pulling back to here. 5 inches pull back with these. And again, they're now protected by the screen. We haven't moved the hammerheads. They're happy just to sit where they are, out of trouble and out of the way of the Orcs until this threat's gone. They're not move. And then we've moved here with the breaches onto objective number 3 if that card comes up. And then the Ghost Kills have shifted off towards objective number 2. There's points available to be picked up by that, but they've shifted off in this direction. Cards available or objectives then drawn behind enemy lines. We can pick that up another time. Overwhelming firepower is now back in play for the towers. That's destroying orc units. Big game hunter destroying a larger target, which will be one of these trucks just here with 10 wounds or more. Then defend objective number 2, which is this objective here, an incentive for the tower now to try and control the central ground. Movement done. We've gone to shooting phase next. Alright, so shooting has been resolved here for the tower. The Ghost Kill cross here, firing its Fusion Collider and Fusion Blasters, managed to put 2 wounds in total on one of the mech guns. Firepower from this one drawn across in this direction, took out the truck just to help fulfill one of the objective cards. Then Killsaw Kyle was hit by a railgun solid shot, was wounded, failed a save of 6+, but then I rolled a 1, and I already used the command reroll, rolled a 1 for my damage, so Killsaw Kyle has survived a third railgun solid shot here, so third badge picked up for him. It was fired across here. Yeah, the second one, Long Strike himself fired across here, managed to put 6 wounds in total with a good solid hit from a railgun. Smart missile systems firing through 4 casualties in total on the Orc boys just here, reducing them down. That's shooting phase finished here for the tower. It's a case of lining up the gun line here again and asking the Orcs to make a third attack against it next turn. Coming up, we'll see if the tower can trade in any cards. Alright, yes, not too bad here for the tower. They can try and defend objective number 2. That's worth 2 points to them. Yeah, so points added. Overwhelming firepower picked up here, and Big Game Hunter, the two have merged together here to pick up a point each. So there's that one, and we'll just pick up another Imperial Fist dice. So I thought we were doing okay. Aaron's going to slap this one on the table here. So you finished defending objective number 6. It's mission critical objective. So you're on 2 plus D3.
No, 2 plus 1 because you didn't hold it, I believe.
So yeah, we didn't hold it. So it's a bonus plus 1.
Yeah.
Right, so it's 3 in total. No, that's brilliant for the Orcs here. It keeps them nicely ahead in this game. Aaron's happy enough to trade those in and add another 3 victory points to his tally. The tower are catching up here. It's turning into a bit of a race against time. We'll end the turn here. There's no real morale issues to resolve. Yes, these is Orc boys just here. We'll go on to the turn 4 now for the Orcs. They need to keep at the tower here, keep picking up the points, hoping for good cards to keep coming through. And the Orcs have a serious chance of winning the game here, causing a real upset against the Tower Empire. Alright, so we're on turn 4 here for the Orcs. Aaron's just placing the cards on the table for us here. Big Game Hunter, so destroy something big, such as Hammerhead or a Ghost Kill. Give him some Daka that's been drawn here. Score 1 victory point if an enemy unit was destroyed during the shooting phase. That's perfectly doable. Secure objective number 3. So Aaron may well dump that one. And then assassinate here. Priority orders received. This is Gut Ripper's ultimate task here, trying to destroy enemy characters. Okay. But he's been patient. It's been wise to keep Gut Ripper alive. I think that's been a wise move to keep him on the board at this stage. The threat remains. Even though he's not been engaging in close combat, Aaron's kept the threat of him on the table. We'll go on to shooting phase now. Movement here, just lining up again for the charge. Aaron trying to work out the right combination here. And the guns, some of them, a lot of terrain and models blocking line of sight. Some of them, 2 of them can see through to these. The rest, Aaron's decided not to move this turn, and he's going to let loose against the Ghost Skill battlesuits. We'll go on to shooting phase next. All right, firepower's been resolved. You can see much of the tower gun line intact here. Just one fire wire brought down by sporadic fire coming from the Orcs across here. Aaron fired all the mech guns into the Ghost Kills. Needed 6s for hits, but those 6s generating extra shots coming through. Had to use 2 of the drone savior protocols there, so there's just 1 stealth drone left, and then 6 damage, or 4 damage taken, so 6 wounds remain on the Ghost Kill here. Aaron trying to clear these away from defending objective number 2. The tower about to pick up 2 points as they attempt to catch up here with the Orcs. Sensing that the tower making a somewhat of a comeback here, but still both armies very much in this fight. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch. How are the Orcs going to try and break into the tower line this time around? We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. We've not seen this kind of play here from the Orcs. It's sort of forced them into this circumstance. Gut Ripper's not charged. The other units have charged in. Carl passed 7 saves of 2+ to make it in. The truck's gone in there, taken 2 damage, so it's down to 5 wounds remaining. Gut Ripper's not charged. I kept these ready for supporting fire. As soon as Aaron declares a charge of him, I'll erupt against Gut Ripper with all of this, and it'd be enough to bring him down. So Aaron, instead, is electing to keep Gut Ripper alive just to be a threat here. But what it's doing is stopping the Tau from using this unit on Overwatch against the other targets. If Gut Ripper wasn't there, I'd be free to use these in Overwatch, any units that I please charging in with the supporting fire special rule. So it's a strange way of using Gut Ripper here. He's not been charging in, not been causing casualties, but he's been helping the general attack here from the Orks down here. So that's charges done. We'll resolve these combats here. But are the Orks running out of steam? That's the question we have. They've been fighting away here doggedly against the Tau. We'll resolve these combats next.
Discarding this.
Okay, alright, so combat's resolved. We're just polishing off the turn here. So Tau have caused no damage at all. Orks have whittled the Tau gun line down. This unit of fire warriors here, 5 casualties taken in total on them, so there'll be a morale test to make for those. Brutally and cunningly round here, Kyle swung around this direction and has tapped into these. That'll prevent them from firing next turn. Actually, do some attacks with them, actually. We'll just let them fight. There's a wound coming against Carl. Do not roll a 1. Otherwise, they'll beat... No, it's a 3. It's okay. Just on the off chance. Okay. Right, so the results stand as they are. So no damage here against the breaches. So Tau, again, are going to have to pull back. See the way they've been driven off of objective number 5 here during the game. And still the Orks have a threat down this side. That marks the end of the turn. Aaron's going to dump... You said objective number 3. That's going to go.
I'm going to score, give them some deck.
Okay, so point picked up here for the Orks. We'll go on to the 4th turn now for the Tau. This game is hard to call. If they could deal with the Orks here and try and deal with the mech guns, and the hammerhead's still a valuable resource as well. And again, it depends on the cards being picked up. Actually, look, the Tau can trade in this one here. So 2 points picked up for them for defending the centre of the table. We'll go on to the 4th turn now for the Tau. Okay, so we're on turn 4 here for the Tau. So behind enemy lines still in play. We can try and go for that with the ghost skills. Mission critical objectives, objective number 6. That's all over here, so that's going to be very difficult for the Tau. Multiple distractions, that's Ork units at table edges. Yes, it's possible here, and across the other side. The mech gun that's closest to the edge isn't quite even 12, so that's not been fulfilled. And then the greater good as well, which is if an enemy controls an objective marker and we drive them off. So big incentive for the Tau. The orders have been given to try and push the Orks off of objective number 5. We'll press on here with the Tau. We'll make the moves with them now. Alright, so moving for the Tau. It's a case of pulling back the line again. Letting loose here against the Orks. Real game of attrition, this one. Then the ghost kills, making their move. I've restored a wound. Only rolled one wound being restored there for automated repair system. So the ghost kills moving in, ready to assault the guns now with firepower and potentially in close combat just to disrupt their firepower as much as possible. The breaches over here, I'm just happy to sit those on objective number 3. And then across here, hammerheads, again, happy to sit where they are just to blast away. Try and reduce the Orks as much as possible. The idea is to clear the Orks here and then move out onto objective number 5 later on. That's movement done for the Tau. We'll go on to their firepower next. Okay, shooting for the Tau here. You can see the truck's been destroyed. That's been removed from play. That was firepower coming in from the gunships here. The Ork boys picked off. That was smart missile systems. These here managed to destroy Carl with their plasma rifle fire. They just moved back and then shooting from these guns across here, put some wounds against this gun just here, but didn't destroy it. Alright, so then the ghost kills, good work from them. They've picked off 2 of the guns here, the fusion blaster firepower being particularly effective, and the cyclic iron raker as well. On overcharge, we did take a mortal wound, rolled a 1 with our hit rolls, but looking healthier here for the Tau. Starting to disrupt the Orks with their artillery support and stripping away units. So it's just characters now. So Gut Ripper now exposed to Tau firepower. It's taken ages though for the Tau to try and gradually grind these down. Both sides trying to grind each other down, but it looks like Tau starting to tip into their favour. But one advantage the Orks have is they've secured more victory points so far in this game. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. The ghost kills might try and disrupt the guns even further. Right, yes, charges have taken place. 2 ghost kills have gone in. They've charged only the front gun, and they'll swing round and tap the others in combat as well. But seriously disrupting the Orc back line here. The ghost kills have moved all the way around the table here in this game, and finally on top of the guns here against the Orcs. So resolve these combats next. Okay, so combat's resolved. No damage caused on either side. So that marks the end of the turn. There's no morale here at all. None. Alright, so I'm going to hand in multiple distractions. I doubt the Orcs are going to play into the Tau's hands for that one. We'll keep behind enemy lines. Mission critical objective number 6, and for the greater good, all 3 of those all of a sudden could become available here with the work that the ghost kills are doing, threatening objective number 6 for the Orcs. We'll go on to turn 5 now. This could be the last turn of the game. The Orcs will look to try and surge ahead with as many victory points as possible to try and win the game with points being traded in despite tactically losing the game here as far as numbers are concerned and the success of these units on the battlefield. The Orcs still could win this game as long as they pick up more points than the Tau and hope to see the game out here at the end of turn 5. We're going to turn 5 now for the Orcs. Alright, so we're on movement here for the Orcs. Assassinate then still in play for Gut Ripper to try and kill a character. Very difficult here because the Tau formed this screen. And then Big Game Hunt to destroy something, a lot of wounds. That's the Hammerheads that have stayed out of trouble throughout the game. Domination, that's the impossible card here, has been drawn. Behind enemy lines, though, is doable. If Aaron can keep one of these units here alive, he'll pick up a point there. So that seems to be the easiest option. That is the cards. Aaron pulling out of combat here with the mech guns, the 3 of them that have been contacted, and then we'll see what he decides to do with these characters just here. But Orcs looking very thin on the ground here at this later stage in the game. What a noble fight though from them, and they still have a chance of winning the game. Alright, so movement for the Orcs. Gut Ripper's given up. He's heading off towards objective number 2, but he's stayed alive. And then the character here, the big mech on the bike, sitting on objective number 5, and Aaron can try and pick up the point for line breaker, or not line breaker, behind enemy lines. Yeah, okay. And then here are the guns. All of them are pulled out of combat, apart from this one. Aaron's going to use that to block Overwatch coming through as Napoleon Git Smasher tries to charge in against the Ghost Kill. That's movement done. Shooting phase limited here for the Orcs. Coming up next. Shooting phase complete. 2 wounds came through. Used my last command point for a command reroll on my shield generator, and past that, it's just 3 wounds being caused against this Ghost Kill. That was firepower coming in from this gun that wasn't contacted last turn in close combat. Then down here, Fire Warriors, 2 of them passed saves, no damage coming through from guns here. And Gut Ripper advanced. He let off a shot with his rocket and missed here against the broadside. Just a parting shot from him. Gone to charges and Overwatch next. Alright, charges taking place. Git Smasher charging in. I did hit him with supporting fire coming in from this Ghost Kill. Aaron still wanted to charge. Did get a wound. Aaron passed a 5+ invuln save with the custom force field. So Git Smasher has made it in with his big chopper. Alright, so Aaron just trading in cards here. Combat's resolved. So no damage done at all between the Ghost Kill, the mech gun, and Git Smasher as well. And then cards to trade in.
Discarding domination, and I'm gonna
behind enemy lines. Okay, yeah, alright, so that's picked up. So another point added to the tally here. Tau's still trying to play catch up. We'll go on to their 5th turn next to see what cards we can draw and see if the Tau can catch up with the Orcs and try and win this battle. Alright, so movement for the Tau here. Cards drawn by them behind enemy lines, so try and get into the deployment zone. Mission critical objective, that's objective number 6, to try and control that. The Ghost Kill is gradually working around to get that one. Defend objective number 5, so that's this one here. So now the Tau have been given orders to counterattack here and go after this objective. And that'll coincide nicely with the greater good, which you get points for driving the opponent off an objective that was controlled and then taking control of it here. So that's the idea with these. So the gun lines move through, the breach is chasing Gut Ripper here up this street, moving out here with the Cadre Fireblade. The Hammerheads have now made their move. They're starting to head off in this direction. The Marksman's moved down, and then these have held position, granting reroll 1s for the Ethereal. Happy to hold objective number 3 with the Breaches. Then around here, the Ghost Kills continuing to harass the mech guns. We're going to shooting phase for the Tau here on turn 5. You're right, shooting for the tower here. Gut Ripper is out of action here. He jumped out of the way just in time. He's hidden in here, but he's gone and out of action. That's Breachers chasing him, letting some shots into him as well. And then firepower coming in from Seeker missiles as well. Smart missile systems firing him, chasing him down the alleyway here, and he had to dive in to cover to survive. But Gut Ripper's gone. He'll live to fight another day. But that war boss and the warlord is slain. Then here, overwhelmed by firepower coming through as well. The big mech on the bike is gone. High-yield missile pods in range, the heavy arrow rifles in range, starting to fire off against the guns, combining that firepower with hammerhead shots coming through and shooting from the ghost kills. Now just 3 guns left and lots of wounds on all 3 of these models. That is shooting done. We'll go on to charges here for the tower. They do have some. Alright, so combat's resolved across here. The Ghost Kill charged in, no damage in Overwatch, no damage caused in combat. And as we moved in, it's put us into a position to contest objective number 6, just there. So points been picked up. We still don't get mission critical objective. We need to control that objective number 6 at the start of our turn. And Aaron didn't control it here at the beginning of our turn either. So we need to... we're in a position to control it. We need to go through to turn 6 for the tower to pick that one up. We'll start to defend objective number 5. We don't get points for that, but we do get behind enemy lines. Point picked up for that one. And then for the greater good here as well, D3 victory points if you control an objective marker that was controlled by your opponent. And that's this objective just here. We'll roll our D3. Tower need a good score here is a 5. So that's 3 points picked up. That is significant here at this stage of the game. Alright, yeah, just checking this objective here. We get D3 if you have 3 units. We check the rules. I reckon drones do count here as units that can secure that. So I've got the 2 ghost kills there, and there's a drones model just behind the generator there. So it's going to be D3 victory points here. 2 picked up. The tower almost caught up here with the Orks, so 2 points picked up here for behind enemy lines. Alright, so cards traded in. It is very, very tight here. The tower would want the game to continue, so roll up to see here if the game continues. Alright, so just checking the rules here. It's the player that had the first turn. It's the Orks. Aaron will get to decide here if the game continues. 3+, we'll get turn 6. We do, but it's not so good for the Orks. We're going to turn 6 here for them. They need to cling on here desperately to try and see this game through to victory. The odds are starting to stack against them. They're losing models here. Oh, hang on a second. It's just grots on the table. And 1 Ork. One big mech. See if they can cling on here to victory. See this game through, we'll see. All depends on the cards that Aaron draws and the cards that the tower draw as well. Yeah, okay, not bad at all. Kingslayer's been picked up. We lost the commander in a blunder down here. That's worth D3 victory points. That could see Aaron through to victory. Assassinate's not really going to happen now. Defend 4. Where is objective? It's all the way around here. No, it's around the corner just here. And then Big Game Hunter. Killer Ghost Kill is the aim of the game here, which makes logical sense here for the Orks. So Aaron may back out of combat here with one of the guns, and he's got 2 to shoot with. Yeah, it's movement done. The gun's pulled out of combat back onto objective number 6. That's contested now to annoy the tower. And then the other 2 guns, Aaron's restored 3 wounds on that one with Git Smasher. So it's fresh now, no damage. And the one at the back hasn't moved. So 2 guns are ready to shoot here at the Ghost Kills. We've gone to shooting phase now for the Orks. Alright, so shooting phase here. The guns have fired, reducing the Ghost Kill down to 1 wound left. Aaron's going to charge here with Napoleon Git Smasher to try and pick off that last wound. So we'll do this on camera. This is he's charging through the crater. It's going to need an average roll here to try and make it in. 5, yeah, it may not be the -2. Oh yeah, here we go, he gets that. Here it comes. That's 10. In he goes. Okay, so we'll overcharge. Oh no, don't want to overcharge. Because we've only got 1 wound left. No, we're not going to overcharge. So we get 6 shots with that, which miss. And 1 hits. It's Tau, Sept. So 1 hit, 1 wound. AP minus. 5 up. Oh yeah, 5 up, I'd say. No, so 1 wound taken on Git Smasher. 2 fusion blasters will try and hit him. They've both missed on 4s. We'll do supporting fire with the other Ghost Kill buddy. D3 with the fusion collider. It's 4 shots in total with the other 2 fusion blasters. They've all missed as well. Git Smasher has made it in, or a hero. Alright, so here come his attacks. Needing 3s. 1 hit comes through. 4s to wound. No, he's failed to wound. Oh, the last wound evades Aaron here at the stage blast. Alright, we'll fight back here with the Ghost Skill. It's going to get one attack and fails to hit, and that is it. Okay, so cards to trade in. Didn't get Big Game Hunter. Kingslayer has been achieved, so you can roll your D3 for that and try and keep well ahead of the tower.
2.
Average enough? No, it's decent enough. 2 points picked up for Kingslayer. End of turn, we're going to go on to Tau turn 6. Tau pick up 2 points here for defend objective number 5, keeping them with a chance to win the game here. We'll go on to turn 6 now for the Tau Empire. Alright, so cards for the Tau. Mission critical objective still in play for objective number 6. Defend objective number 3, which is that one. We're sitting on it, but we're going to need to go into turn 7 to pick up points for that. Secure objective number 2. The breaches can go after that one, and no prisoners is destroy enemy units, which we can go for as well. We're going to movement now for the Tau, turn 6. Alright, so movement here for the Tau. So holding position with these, they still can see through to the guns. Breaches have moved out onto objective number 2. The Hammerhead surging ahead now, ready to shoot. And then Firewall is just going to secure here. Going to sit on objective number 3. And then the Ghost Kills manoeuvring round with the drones unit. They now secure objective number 6. So we'll go on shooting phase now for the Tau here on turn 6. Alright, so firepower complete. The combined firepower coming from Hammerheads, coming from these, coming from the Ghost Kills, wiped out the Orc resistance. All the guns are slain, and the last model to fall was Napoleon Git Smasher. So we have a tabling here. It's not an automatic win though for the Tower. We still don't know what the result is at this stage. We'll trade in our cards, and then we'll get a final score for victory points. This game is going to be very tight. I've still got a very disturbing idea here that the Orcs might have won this one. We'll see. We'll get a final score. Scary moment here for the Tower. Yes, points to trade in. I can't pick up defend 5, but we do get secure objective number 2. The breaches moving through, so point picked up for that. And no prisoners. We destroy 4 units. It's going to be D3 picked up. It's a 3. So 2 points. 3 points picked up in total for the Tower. Is that enough? We'll get a final score. Yeah, and just to clarify, mission critical objective number 6, the way it's worded here, when this tactical objective is generated, roll a d6 score. Roll a d6 score on victory point if you control a corresponding objective marker. The corresponding objective marker was controlled by your opponent at the start of your turn, and you control it, then you get d3 victory points. We didn't control it, we contested it at the start of our turn, so we don't get that card. We reckon, the way it's worded, we do not get that card. So that one's out of the picture here as well. So these are the points picked up by both sides. Alright, so final score. I reckon the Tower have managed to do it here. It was the going into the turn 6 and the later surge of points coming in from them. But there was a good chunk of this game where the Orcs were set for victory despite the losses that they were taking. So masses of respect here for the Orcs. But the points picked up for them is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then Slay the Warlord, 17 points, and no first strike or line breaker picked up by them, so 17 points. Then the Tower, the final score for objectives here is 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points. Line breaker picked up 19 points, Slay the Warlord, and first strike, 21 points to 17. A very close game in the end, and the Tower have managed to clear the Orcs out of the area and secure themselves a victory. But it's been frightening for them here in this game. The Orcs fought tenaciously against them, and it's been a superb fight. But the Tower Empire has managed to secure victory. All right, so great game for sure. These two huge armies on the channel, big following for both of these, and yet we haven't really seen them take each other on, so it's been great to see the Tower collide here with the Orcs. But in this first encounter here, the Tower Empire has emerged victorious, but it's been a close game. That'll give hope for the Orcs as they go into part 2, which will be over on the Plus channel. Big thanks to Aaron as well for taking part. I think he's led the Orcs very well. He didn't give up, pressed on, and almost saw the Orcs through to a shock victory. So we saw Gutripper heading off in this direction, running away. The reports from the Tower that he was slain, but he sort of headed off in this direction. Why was he running back is the big question. We will reveal why now. So he's heading off to get a bit of support. There's a big stomping sound in the distance. So Aaron will push the model into the picture here, moving in. Yeah, it's a Stomper. Okay, the Orcs are going to adapt their lists going into part 2. We'll see Gut Ripper return, but he's going to bring a friend along to take on the Tau in the next fight. We'll bring the Stomper into the list. So the Orcs will chop out some of their units and then pay the points to bring the freshly painted up Stomper, and we'll get to see this huge monstrosity take on the Tau in the next fight. The Tau say it's not fair. The Orcs couldn't care less. They'll use it anyway. Fair enough. Part 2 then, over on the Plus channel, we'll feature the Stomper in the next fight coming up. All right, so great battle. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Alright, so just discussing units of the game. I'm going to give it to the Ghost Kills here for the Tau. I think it was their efforts at the end that helped the Tau secure victory. They were difficult to get rid of, and they managed to swing all the way around to the Orc back lines at the later stage of the game. Then for the Orcs, Aaron has singled out a single model here. It's Killsaw Carl, who earned 3 badges for surviving railgun shots coming through, and took a load of effort to destroy him. So that member of the Orc Meganob unit receives model or unit of the game. Not too bad from Killsaw Carl, and he may well return in part 2 as well. That's units of the game for both sides.